Greetings YouTube and welcome to a video I am so excited to put out for so many reasons. First of all, I try to make these videos as celebration videos for the fact that you have put your faith in me as a content creator on YouTube. You have subscribed to me, you have supported me, you have friendly debated me. You've done a lot to make this guy in Stillwater, Oklahoma, who teaches multimedia journalism and for college students during the year, have something exciting to look forward to outside of his normal job. And I thank you so much for that. And, I've produced now over 300 MCOC videos over the span of less than a year. 300. So, the quantity is definitely there. Hopefully the quality is as well. So we passed 8,000 subscribers this month, a feat that, quite frankly, I never thought I would get to. And so this is partially a celebration at 8,000 subs. And hopefully by the end of the year or even the last couple months, we'll get to 10,000. That would be such an amazing accomplishment. But I never want to take this for granted, and I really appreciate your support. But besides that, I know personally how important Blade is to have on your roster, because ever since I got my 5-star Blade, I have been on cloud 9 in terms of my ability to beat fights. And I'll be the first to say I'm not a legend in this game. I'm not the top of the top in terms of skill. I'm somebody that considers myself to be an above average player that plays this game recreationally. And so in a way, I like to think I'm a pretty good barometer for what the average player should look like, because I'm never going to be somebody that spends 10 hours perfecting this game. And even if I did, I don't know if I would have the skills with my huge thumbs to get to the point that a lot of people are at. So if you're watching this, whether you are in the beginner bracket, the intermediate bracket, or in the bracket I'm in, you're going to want to do all you can for Blade. You are going to want to really make sure you put yourself in a position through the arena to have him, because you will never have a chance like this come around again, at least not anytime soon. Maybe he'll come back to an arena, but we haven't been given that information, and so we know, at least for the rest of this calendar year, 2018, that will not be a possibility. So here's the deal. For this streak, I want to not only give you the opportunity to win prizes, but I also want to give you my input on what you should shoot for. Now, if you're in the beginner bracket, it's going to be kind of hard to tell, because I'm not in the beginner bracket, and I'm just going to say shoot for as high a score as possible, and when in doubt, do a few more fights. But I have pulled up the data for the veteran bracket for really the last couple of champs that we can compare this to. Now, months ago, we're talking like maybe 6 months ago, maybe less than that, Iceman came around, and we had the biggest discrepancy in terms of the 4-star basic round 1 and round 2 scores you will ever see. It was crazy. The first round of the Iceman, which I grinded for and put up 7 million because I didn't want to have a life that weekend apparently, was at 6.808 million. The exact score actually is 6,808,154. That was round 1. And I heard from a lot of people who put up 6.5, and let's just say they had to seek counseling after that because they were so distraught and depressed that they missed Iceman even after putting up 6.5 million. So a lot of these people just gave up. They're like, you know what, screw it. I'm not going to put up 7 million. I can't do it. And so many people dropped out of the Iceman pool that the second round, you went from 6.8 million to 3.3 million. 3,326,279 to be exact. Just a jump of a casual 3.5 million points. I can still look at those numbers and shake my head. I have rarely seen things as shocking as that dip. And, we've had a lot of demigod tier champs go in. We've had some older god tier champs like Star-Lord, but really it wasn't until Stark Spidey that the case study for this current arena can be looked at, because Stark Spidey is not an old god tier champ, and he is part of this holy triumvirate along with Ghost Rider with the synergies. So Stark Spidey's first round was a very interesting, right under the cutoff by literally 257 points. If you put up 6 million in round 1 of the Stark Spidey arena a couple months ago, you got him, because the cutoff was 5,999,743. And then, as I always tell you, if you don't have the ability to grind for him this weekend, generally the second round is a little bit lower, usually by around 1 million. In this case, it was a little more than that. The second round of the Stark Spidey Arena went for 4,685,593. So that gives you a little bit of data between the Iceman and the Stark Spidey Arenas, but there are a couple of things this month that make this grind really fascinating. The first and most glaring, of course, is that we have the Dungeons event going on. And what I like about Dungeons and hate about Dungeons all at the same time is that you can't be doing anything else while you're locked into a dungeon. You cannot grind in the arena. You have to exit your dungeon party. So, in theory, this would cause you to think that the score might actually be lower than Stark Spidey because there is something significant going on at the same time in the game and you can't be doing two things at once. But at the same time, Blade is the biggest, most hyped champion, and for good reason, in the entire MCOC community. So even with Dungeons out there, there's still a significant portion of people, including myself, who could think that he could set the new record for post 5-star featured arena scores for the 4-star basic and overthrow that 6 million milestone. So I would recommend a target of 6.5 million. In fact, that's the target that I'm going to aim for. And because I put up 7 million for Iceman, I'm probably going to put up closer to that because when in doubt, the target that you're aiming for, try to get 200,000 to 300,000 higher. This is why God gave you arena grinding before church, if you're like me. But regardless, I want to know in the bottom of this video what your score prediction is. Now, all you have to do, if you haven't entered into one of these competitions on my channel before, it's a simple two-step process. You comment your in-game username. In my case, it's Prof Hoff, as you can see above, and then your score as specific as possible. Don't just put around 6 million. You're not going to win. You're going to have to say 5,965,423. And it might come down because there's going to be so much, I would guess, close guesses for this. It might come down to 100 or 200. But this will be the first time that I give a second prize along with the first prize. So the first prize will be 400 units worth of items, whether it be energy refills or potions or revives. I'll basically just add you in the game as a friend and send you those units as a gift. And then the second prize will be 100. So you'll get 3 energy refills out of the deal, something like that. Either way, it's something for the second place person who probably just missed out on first place. So my final word of advice to this before I end this video is very simple because we had some really, really bad cheating going on in the last one, which you're like, why would you cheat on this? It's just for a couple hundred units. It's a friendly thing, but people are so dang cutthroat and they always try to look at something. So if you make a mistake, let's say that you accidentally put 40 million instead of 4 million, or that your gamer ID, for whatever reason, is not correct. Just reply to your original post underneath and don't edit your original post. This is fair warning to everybody who might or will cheat. If I see that you have edited your post in any way after you posted it, you are disqualified. I don't care if the reason is legitimate. All you had to do was reply to your post and fix it. But generally, you shouldn't need to fix it because all you have to do is post a score and your gamer ID. That's it. It's free to enter. As always, I appreciate a subscription or a like if you haven't done that. But regardless of whether or not you do that, I'm going to give you the opportunity to win some prizes on me as just a way to say thank you for supporting my channel and continuing to give me the encouragement to make videos. So that concludes this round of the Blade 4-star basic arena prediction. Comment below, give me your gamer tag and also your score prediction, and I very much look forward to seeing what the cutoff is on Sunday. And also I look forward to seeing just how many people are salty because I guarantee there are going to be some horror stories out of this of people who missed it by like 10,000. And for those of you, I apologize in advance for the depression, but I just have to hope you'll come back for round 2 and get him then.